Did Luffy just really get back up? So based on the end of chapter 1103, Luffy is being fed by someone. And we all know what that means in One Piece. Whenever Luffy is being fed, it means he's getting ready for a new fight. That's just how Luffy recovers. And I think it's safe to assume that the only fight that Luffy could be having coming up is against Saturn, because his fight against Kizaru sort of went nowhere. Kizaru doesn't really even seem like that much of a bad guy. He doesn't even seem like he wants to fight Luffy. Meanwhile, the narrative's themes are pushing the fight between Nika and Saturn, and Luffy coming in Gear 5 would be a way to show Bonney and Kuma that Nika does indeed exist. Now that's cool and all, but my main question is, who the hell is feeding Luffy and why are they helping him? Now you gotta keep in mind, most of the good guys are either busy or incapacitated, and that does not leave us with a lot of options, meaning that the remaining options are not people that you are likely to expect. But before any of that, you like One Piece, we do One Piece, hit that like button, it's free. Share with a friend, leave a comment, help press that subscribe button, it's also free, and you would help push my small channel in the algorithm. Now, starting off with my first candidate, Marshall D. Teach, also known as Blackbeard. He is one of the 4 emperors alongside Luffy, Shanks, and Buggy, and one of his ships was also last spotted arriving in Egghead, and nothing has been known about it since. Now, you might be asking yourself, why in the hell would Blackbeard feed Luffy and help him? They're supposed to be enemies, isn't that right? If you really think about it, the hatred between Blackbeard and Luffy is one-sided. It's more Luffy that hates Blackbeard for what he did to Ace. Blackbeard himself doesn't really care about Luffy like that in terms of like hatred. He has no beef with him. Yeah, he tried to capture him to get a bounty, but it's nothing personal. That's just how it is when you're a pirate. There's no argument you can make to convince me that Blackbeard hates Luffy. I think that's a very strong word. Now you gotta keep in mind, Blackbeard is very opportunistic, and finding himself on Vegapunk's island with a giant fleet of marines, as well as Saint J. Garcia Saturn of the 5 Elders on a rampage, it's only logical for him to want to team up with fellow Yonko member Luffy. Bad blood or not, the 2 pirates here have a fellow enemy and they gotta help each other out in order to escape the island. Oda, you sly dog, it's been since March 2023, you just put the Blackbeard ship in 1 panel and you thought we would forget about it? Not this guy. Another point to add to this is that we have seen Blackbeard be opportunistic before. He's tried to team up with Ace when Ace was trying to hunt him down, and he did the same thing, although successfully, with Kuzan. The next candidate for people who fed Luffy is Caribou, and I'm not gonna waste a lot of time on this. So since the return to Sabaody all the way up to recently in Wano, Caribou has always found himself with the Straw Hats, which is ironic because he's been trying to run away from them the whole time. As we can see in Onigashima, Caribou actually helped Luffy recover from his fight against Kaido by providing him with food. And now that Caribou is also still with them in Egghead, people are speculating that he is again providing Luffy with food just like he did back in Wano. I believe it's a logical and a reasonable thing to happen, and if anything, it's the most likely scenario, as much as I hate to admit it. But that right here is the problem. It would be a repetitive scenario. I don't want this to happen again, and let's just hope that this does not end up being the case. You know what they say, the most simple answer tends to be the right one. Last but not least, very quick but very possible, Nico Robin. Robin has actually been suspiciously absent in the last few chapters. The last time she was seen was when the Straw Hats and Vegapunk were planning their escape to Elbaf. So who's to say that she was not sneaking around since and then grabbed food and stuffed it into Luffy's mouth? If anything, with the way it's looking, Luffy has a bunch of arms force feeding him food at the same time. What if those arms are the many arms that Robin can generate? That would explain her absence and give her a use in this arc. Now I know that I said Robin was the last one, but there's a bonus one that I'll just quickly mention. Kizaru. Now this theory is not coming from me, the whole community is talking about it if anything. Now people are suspecting that Kizaru is the one force feeding Luffy because he's been slowly switching sides. Now I'm not saying I'm against this theory or anything like that. If anything, I could genuinely see it happening, but I'm just trying to think outside the box here and provide different candidates. So yeah, Kizaru could be one of those people because he's not really trying to do what he's being ordered to do. So in summary, the possible candidates that have force-fed Luffy and helped him recover include Blackbeard, Caribou, Robin, and Kizaru. My favorite among these is Blackbeard because I really want to see Luffy and Blackbeard have a reluctant team up against the world government. Comment down below which one's your favorite in this list. Besides that, real quick for me, you like One Piece, we do One Piece, hit that like button, it's free. Share with a friend, leave a comment, help press that subscribe button, it's also free, and it would help push my small channel in the algorithm. Besides that, the common question of the day is, who do you think gave Luffy food? Leave your thoughts in the comment section below. Thank you for watching, like, share, and subscribe, and have a good one.